I've been using Linux for the past 500 days now, and I've gathered some thoughts whatever you should replace Windows with Linux. Throughout this process, I really had to rewrite this video many times, as at first it was difficult for me to answer, but honestly the question was quite simple. Do you like using Windows, or do you just use it because it came with your PC? And if your answer is yes, well honestly just don't switch. As at the end of the day, your desktop is just a place to get work done. But if you're looking for something new that can completely change your expectations on Linux desktop, well you're in the right place, because my goal today is to show you how I use my Linux desktop, so you can then make an informed decision if it's something you actually want to try out. And to best show this, we're going to make a list of challenges. So the first challenge is making YouTube videos. I first got started using Clipchamp, which is a great free video editor on Windows. Unfortunately, it doesn't work well on Linux, so we need to find a set of tools that work natively on Linux desktop. Next, I'm trying 3 games that were never designed with Linux in mind. Of the 3, PlanetSide 2 is one I played the most. Another thing is typing Chinese, as it's something I'm self-studying in my free time and need as well. Alright, let's get started. Now the big question you have on your mind is, can I game on Linux?
I said, hold up, wait a minute.
Hold on, we're getting a little bit ahead of ourselves. We haven't even downloaded Linux yet. My experience with Linux actually started in my computer science class, and it wasn't really to avoid Windows, but it was because my professor wanted us to run all of our code on the same operating systems. After I learned more about Linux from YouTube channels like Michael Horn, I decided to install Ubuntu because I enjoyed coding on Linux. Fast forward today, I've been using CachyOS as my main desktop for the past 6 months. Now let's get back to the question of what Linux desktop we should use. Thankfully, DistroWatch is a good place to get a good idea where to start. For example, CachyOS is on the top of the list. It's a great choice, but if I was a beginner, I would recommend Linux Mint. Now I want to try some games, so the first thing I installed is PlanetSide 2. When it came out on 2012, it never made a Linux port even to this day, and it launched without any issues or problems, surprisingly enough. Now when I first tried this quite a while back, I did have some issues where the game would randomly crash, but it seems now the developers behind Proton has completely fixed this issue with PlanetSide 2.
Stop right there, criminal scum!
I thought Linux gaming had huge problems, and you're right, but it's not because of the compatibility issues, as Linux can run most Windows games. It's actually the choice of the game developers and their anti-cheat, which makes it impossible to run, and sometimes they actually intentionally ban these said compatibility layers. Some examples of this is Apex Legends, Fortnite, and Roblox. Now for the next task, I'm going to show you my process for making YouTube videos, and how switching to Linux actually forced me to discover new tools that then helped me create higher quality videos. So I went with Kdenlive for video editing, Audacity for audio editing, and Kira for thumbnail making, and OBS for my video recording. Now there are some programs that you can't live without. For example, I'm an engineering student at a college, and SolidWorks is a must-have. To fix this problem, I use a Windows VM, which allows me to run SolidWorks on my Linux computer. And thanks for watching. If you got this far, I really appreciate it. Have a good day.